Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Nation. Today I'm giving you guys another Q&A today. It's going to be a little bit shorter. I apologize for not uploading it yesterday, Wednesday, like I usually do. I had Xenoverse stuff to get through. I woke up really late in the day too. My sleep schedule was messed up. I woke up in the middle of in the morning. I uploaded the trailer, passed back out, then uploaded my reactions later. And I just didn't really have time to do this. And I cut this short because I have other things to take care of today. So I gotta worry about, the time, but it's still gonna be around 15 minutes, so it's not too short, maybe closer to 10. So I apologize. I'll try to make it up. Most likely I'll make it up next week before I go to my trip to Tampa for the Tampa Comic-Con that's going through August 4th through 7th. I'll be there the 5th through 7th. I'll be there the 4th through the 8th, although I'm leaving on the 8th in the morning, so you won't see me then. But if I see any of you, it'll be cool. What do you think of Double 4 anime? This is really not a question that anyone's going to be surprised at. I mean, the dude literally... Words cannot describe how awful he really, really is. And I understand that some of you guys might be fans. And I'm curious as to why, because all he really does is spread misinformation and really does hurt this community by spreading all these false claims. Bro, this guy's titles, though, he makes videos saying, this was about a month ago. OMFG, I remember this one. Of course, it's got every title he has is OMFG. No matter what it is, it's got OMFG or W2F at the beginning. This fucking guy, I swear, has OMFG, Black Goku goes Super Saiyan White, Dragon Ball Super Episode 43 and beyond. Now, you could say, well, it's just a speculation video. But you can't look at that title and make that claim. That title is clearly there to trick people into clicking the video and wanting to see that form or wanting it confirmed, when in fact, the motherfucker has none of the information. I've seen videos, he's like, I've done so much for this community, but you've done a lot, but none of it was positive. I don't want to talk about him for too long. He doesn't really need the exposure. The dude has way too many subs than he deserves. He really is a stain. He's literally like that. He's like a cum-stained underwear that you would find in a dumpster in the back alley. That's pretty much what it is. That's what he is to the community. Even though he's got a very big channel, you can tell. Look at the dislikes on his videos. There's nothing. And I frankly just don't like him as a person. I really just don't like him as a person. I've seen him, I've listened to him. I do not like the guy as a person at all. I've spoken my mind. I've had people say, why don't you say that to his face? You would never say that to his face. Like, number one, I don't live anywhere near the guy, probably. And number two, I can say whatever I want about him because I guess it's the internet. But number three, I wouldn't really be afraid to say anything to his face because, I mean, look at the guy. That's all I gotta say. And now people are gonna go and try to start a war. Whatever happens, happens, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to give him exposure. I'll talk about him, but, doesn't matter. He banned my accounts from his channel, so I can't really say anything on there anyways, so. Have you ever considered giving up on life and just becoming a stripper? Well, I mean, if the money's good, I would probably say so. Josh, you're my hero. That really is humbling. I don't know, you're really picking some bad role models, though, and heroes, honestly. Favorite male porn star? I really don't pay attention to that, dude. Like, I could name, obviously, the big players that everyone knows the names of, but I don't really have a preference on whose dick is in a porn video, to be quite honest. Yeah. If Super Saiyan Blue Vegito were to fight Beerus, do you think Beerus would get his ass kicked as badly as Buhan did against Vegito in the Buu arc? It would be even worse because I feel like the difference, obviously the difference between Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Buhan was massive in terms of power. But the difference between Goku and Beerus, I feel like, a lot closer. And, you know, you're combining Vegeta into that, obviously. I think that fusion would just be a lot closer. Or, I mean, that fusion would be so much farther ahead of Beerus, I guess, percentage-wise, than how Vegeta was against Buhan, if that makes any sense. Not to mention, I mean, Vegeta wasn't even using Super Saiyan 3. He was using Super Saiyan 1. So, if you take... I mean, if this makes any sense, you know, it might sound weird on paper. If you take that gap that Goku had as Super Saiyan 3... this is going to sound so weird coming out. I'm thinking it in my head. Basically, the strongest form Goku had was Super Saiyan 3, but they didn't go Super Saiyan 2 or 3 against Buhan as Vegito, but they already had such a huge gap. Now, they're not going to be just Super Saiyan against Beerus. They're not going to be Super Saiyan 3 either. They're going to go even further than that, and, you know, going on with the gap being as close to Beerus as, you know, Goku and Vegeta are. You know, however close that is, I'm assuming it's a lot closer than Buhan was to Goku. Upon that, you have an immensely more powerful form. I could just see that being, you know, a better thing. Basically, instead of downgrading their transformation when they fuse, they're going to stick with the same transformation that's their strongest. I hope that sounded okay, because it sounds weird to me. I'm just being pessimistic, I guess. Okay. I like how you're consistent with your Q&As, unlike all the other Dragon Ball tubers. Well, I mean, I think Danny's pretty consistent. I mean, I definitely missed out on yesterday, but I do try to keep this weekly. I'm like on what? Episode like 80 something now? 80s, right? Jeez. What am I going to do for 100? I mean, there's only so many things I can do, right? A long Q&A. Get Toriyama for a Q&A, right? Because he'll totally want to leave his house. And also, I don't speak Japanese. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that. I do try to keep up. It's an easy video. It's not hard to put out, and I do enjoy doing this. Although sometimes they can get a little long in the tooth after doing so many. But I've gotten a lot of them done, and you know, hopefully you guys enjoy watching them. I try to keep it a weekly series, so hopefully you guys do enjoy it. Goddamn motorcyclists outside making all sorts of racket. SSJ3 Goku Super versus Omega Shenron. I really couldn't say that at this point, bro, because there's so many things we don't really know about. Is Super Saiyan 3 the same multiplier as it was before? Is it more? Is it less? How strong are Goku and Vegeta's base exactly, and how does that compare to Omega? We really just can't answer that. I would probably put my money on Omega, just, you know, because that seems like the logical choice to me. There's arguments that go out there that Goku is in his base a Super Saiyan God, which is not really the case. Just, you know, scaling wise, it wouldn't really make any sense. But did I miss one of these? Nope. I'm on the same one. I skipped down a little bit, right? Wait, but where is it? Okay, there it is. I'm losing track completely. SS Blue Vegito versus Beerus Kaioken times 10. I would definitely still say... I would probably still say Vegito, and the reason is because even though Beerus is already stronger than Goku, and we don't really know if Kaioken times 10 Goku, or, you know, Super Saiyan Blue Goku wasn't stronger than Beerus, because we don't know when Toriyama said, I don't plan on making Goku and Vegeta stronger than Beerus anytime soon. We don't know when he said that, and we don't know if he's factoring in Kaioken times 10, because, I mean, not only that, but I'm pretty convinced that Kaioken times 10 was not a Toriyama idea. That was Toei only. It was not in the manga. Now, was Super Saiyan God returning Toriyama's idea? We don't know what the outline for those set of episodes would hit. What? We don't know what that looks like, right? So I think it's possible that the anime Goku is very possibly stronger than Beerus with that Kaioken times 10. That's a very high possibility after thinking of it like that, with that chapter coming out and having it be so different. You know, I think it was chapter 13, I believe. It was very different. So, I mean, even disregarding that, though, I feel like, you know, Fusion, especially Potara, is such a huge multiplier and boost in power that I still think Vegeta would have the upper hand. SSJ for Gogito versus SS God, SS Vegito. Wait a minute. So you're saying Super Saiyan 4 Goku, or I mean Gogeta and Vegito fusion versus Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3 normal Vegito. I gotta give it to Vegito here, and the reason is because you're taking the fusions. That Super Saiyan 4 fusion is gonna be immensely powerful. Do not get that twisted. But that Super Saiyan Blue multiplier, whatever even going 2 or 3 would do, whether it is an 8 times multiplier to go 3 or more than that, which we don't really know. If we don't even know if it's possible or not, anyways. But if it is, we don't know what the multiplier would be like. I want to give Vegito the benefit of the doubt. But the thing is that you gotta think, you got Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, or Vegito, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Fusing. They're fusing. That's such a high multiplier. I think it comes down to, is the Super Saiyan Blue multiplier higher than a base fusion multiplier? That's the question. And I, quite frankly, don't have the answer. After thinking about it, this could go either way. I might be leaning more towards side Gogito now, but I really don't know. I want you guys' input on that one. Sex is overrated. Alright, thanks for sharing. Would you suck on Quaman's 10-inch black sausage for a lifetime access to Brazzers with full HD? Is it Brazzers or Brazzers? I mean, I've seen it typed, but I haven't heard it spoken. I think the obvious answer is no. But if you're gonna do that, man, go for it. But I'm not gonna take part of that, so. Not gonna take part of that at all. If SS Blue Vegito were to fight Beerus, do you think Beerus would get his ass kicked so bad? Okay, we already answered this one. Golden Omega Shenron versus Whis. That's a really stupid fight, but I'm gonna give it to Omega Shenron. I mean, come on, Golden Omega Shenron? I mean, come on. In the sub of GT, when Goten is fighting First Form Baby, he says Baby is on a different league compared to everyone else. Does this mean that First Form Baby is stronger than Super Buu, since Super Buu is the strongest opponent Goten fought, and he can compete with him in SSJ? Okay, so he fought Baby in SSJ, kind of competed. But you think that because he said in a different league compared to everyone else, that means that he's as strong. Give you an honest answer, because I'm not gonna, give you guys any false info here. I honestly really would like to look back at that scene. I'm taking your word exactly for what this says. I just want to see how it's said and in what context. I would just like to go back and look at that. But just to what you're saying right there, it seems like what you're saying is, from just the way I'm reading it off here, right? It just seems like he's comparing it to everyone that's currently a Z fighter, right? I don't know if that really says compared to a villain, but I'm taking what you have typed here rather than going back and looking at the anime. So I gotta go back and look at it. But right now I feel like that's more saying not comparing it to anyone Goten's fought, but just comparing it to the current beings that are around, which obviously counts Oob, so that would be above Kid Buu. I mean, it's definitely possible that he's close to Super Buu. Don't get that twisted. But I would like to go back and look at that. That's all I could say. SS Blue Vegito versus Beerus, Whis, Champa, Vados, 4v1. I would still say Vegito, and the reason is Beerus would be no problem. Champa would be no problem. They'd be like flies. Vados and Champa and Whis are gonna be stronger if that's still the case. If they're still stronger, which we don't know if they are stronger or not. It was obviously a thing that was in Battle of Gods, with Toriyama's statements. But the thing is, in Super, there's been, to my knowledge, there's been zero information to say that Whis or Vados is stronger than Beerus and Champa. It's still highly possible. It's likely it's still the case. I don't see why they would change it so drastically. And I quite frankly think it's better for them to be stronger. If there is information that says they're stronger in Super, not in Battle of Gods, in Super, let me know in the comments. I probably missed it. But I do remember that I don't remember seeing anything really. But if beerus and whis are already so weak, let's just say champa and, I'm sorry, whis and vados, I'm getting so twisted here. Whis and vados are, 50% stronger, twice as strong. I'll just go at that max of twice as strong, okay? They still wouldn't really be, just to how strong fusion is, people really undermine it. Super Saiyan Blue with Potara is going to be such a giant increase that even with a 4v1, excluding the time manipulation from whis, okay, just based on power, I feel like Vegito would still have the upper hand because it would be like fighting 4 puppies. That's just my, thing. And we're going to go right off and end it on this one. Super Saiyan 4, Goku Super versus Golden Freiza. Okay, I don't know why people, and I know this isn't any of my subscribers because this happens after the fact the videos are released weeks on, so people find them in suggested feeds or whatever. But to anyone that is listening and isn't listening right now, use your ears, open up the ear canal, and let this information enter your brain and process it. Because when I talk about Dragon Ball Super Goku, now this is actually confusing because I don't know what part of Super they're talking about. In the past, I've talked about Battle of Gods Goku going Super Saiyan 4 against Beerus, and people are going like, oh, Goku did this in GT and GT. People don't use their brains, I swear, half the time, and they don't realize that I crack this down and say, this is not GT base form Goku. This is the Goku from Battle of Gods base. Very different realm of power. Now, if you're talking about Dragon Ball Super, and I'm just going to go current form right now, okay? This is not GT Goku. Dragon Ball Super Goku. Let's just do it all the way up to this point in the series. So after the tournament arc, and obviously that includes after their other trip in the time chamber. That's very difficult. It really is tricky. But based on how Goku's regular Super Saiyan was against Frost, Frost was still weaker than Freiza. Do not get that mixed up. However, based on the fight between Frost and Goku, I can infer and calculate that Frost's final form that we saw is in fact more powerful than Frieza's final form. Not golden, final. Because of the fact that Goku had to go Super Saiyan. People like to say, Goku was showing off. Why the hell would Goku talk about conserving energy if he would just show off against Frost to beat him? If he could have beaten him in his base. Goku had to go Super Saiyan. Obviously, it didn't take much of his power for Super Saiyan to take him out. He was effortlessly dominating him. But he needed to use that Super Saiyan, I feel like. His Assault form, the third form, is really what pushed him to go that level. Now, taking that information, we don't know how big the golden form boost is. We really don't. It's just how it is. We don't know. But I think it is possible if the we don't know how much stronger Goku's base got, okay? We have absolutely no idea how much Goku's base got from Resurrection F to the current Dragon Ball Super. There was a 3-year training time in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber again. So we don't know, but I do think, obviously, I think the Super Saiyan 4 multiplier itself is less than Super Saiyan Blue, and I understand that the Super Saiyan 4 multiplier is more than 10 times Super Saiyan 3, but we can't pinpoint exactly what that is yet. I want to crack down on that and do a video and probably consult, hopefully with some of you guys that are really good at power scaling, because I'll get into this after this, but I'll recap on that. So I'm going to use that. So it's 4,000 times base just for this argument. Bare minimum is 4,000 times base. Could I see that being a competition for Golden Frieza? I think so, but again, we don't know how strong Super Saiyan Blue is. We really don't. And that's the hard part. There is no way to calculate that, and that's just the bottom line. So I feel like he wouldn't win, but his base got so much stronger. But we this is the fucked up part about Super. We don't know how much stronger. We haven't had information to tell us how much stronger he got, and we don't know how strong Super Saiyan Blue is. So it's kind of your guess. I think it's unlikely that he got strong enough in his base to have Super Saiyan 4 be able to beat Golden Freiza, considering in Resurrection F, Golden Freiza was already stronger than a Super Saiyan Blue form. It's so tough for me to say, so I really can't give you a definitive answer. I really simply can't. That's just the bottom line. But I want to say, I think I'm good at power scaling. I don't think I'm the best. I don't think I'm the most knowledgeable guy about the show. I watch the series, I read the manga, and I analyze the show from my perspective. I miss things, I don't get everything correct, and I understand that I never claim to be an expert. I really don't. I give my opinion to you guys, and what I want is just you guys to take that opinion, dissect it, go along with it, agree with it, enjoy my videos. I don't claim to be an expert. I just go and do my thing and share my love for the show. I never claim to be some messiah. Just because I'm a YouTuber that has a lot of subscribers doesn't mean I'm any smarter than anyone else. There are tons of subscribers that are subscribed to me that are smarter than me and more knowledgeable about the show. It's just the bottom line. It really is. But other than that, that's my answer. I don't have an answer. I honestly could not pinpoint. I really couldn't. I think it's not likely that he could beat Freiza, but it's possible. It's not excluded, okay? But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, of course. I probably made this a little bit longer than what I wanted, but you know what? I get carried away. I get on a tangent. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.